thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it. I appreciate all the support that you give this channel. Those of you who reach out to me and comment on the videos, like the videos to let me know that they're useful in some way so I can keep doing them. And I appreciate your patience with me as I try to do the YouTube and work a full-time job at the same time. In fact, I've got to do this video rather quickly because I need to be to work early this morning. So, let's get started. Spirit, give us a prayer if you don't mind, please. May we have a prayer? I'm closing my eyes, y'all. Okay, it says, Dear God, thank you for giving me my family to love and care for. Help me share with them your Spirit's warmth and love as you bless them with grace and peace. May we as one family live with you forever in heaven. Amen. So this is you loving your family. That's beautiful. Let's see what Spirit says is true about you. Where's the book? Where's the book? Where's the book? Maybe we can't see what's true about you because I don't know where the book went. Interesting. Interesting. It's usually right up there. It is. There it is. Thank you, Spirit. Alright, what's true about the collective this morning? Yes, please. It's trying to go here, so I'm going to let it. You are free. And the reason why I think we had a Gemini and collective reading last night is because we're having a Gemini moon right now. And that moon is very significant. It's causing us to come out of our shell and to be more to talk more. It's causing us to tell people how we feel more, to have more courage to express ourselves. But just be careful that it doesn't cause arguments because you have your opinion and other people have theirs. And it's important that we listen to other people's opinions without getting bent out of shape. Alright, so just keep that in mind that we are having a Gemini moon right now and that it can cause arguments if you're not careful. You are free. The Eight of Swords is the card that represents Gemini during this moon. And the card that I found a card in the wrong deck this morning. And it was the Eight of Swords. So, I think it's definitely what... And that's like for being in prison of your own making, of your mind. And... so I think that's what this reading might be about. A lot of songs came through, but there was too many. So if anything comes through, I'll let you know. You are free, for you were called to be free, brothers and sisters. Only don't use this freedom as an opportunity for the flesh, but serve one another through love. Galatians 5:13. God, you set us free from all that holds us back, sin, shame, fear, hopelessness. Then you invite us into a new way of living that's filled with love, grace, and freedom. Help us embrace what's already ours because of you and resist whatever threatens to confine and define us in ways you never intended. Keep us from things that would confine us that you never intended. I'll put it in the middle because we might use that jack. We often picture God's will for our lives like a thin, definitive line, a tightrope we must walk carefully with the utmost caution. One wrong step, and we'll surely fall, and when we do, we'll mess up our future forever. But when we come to know Jesus, our life is not a tightrope, but a wide open space of grace. We have so much room to breathe, to grow, to learn. God knows we are human. He knows we will take detours, face obstacles, and make mistakes. If He were committed to us, I'm sorry, if He were committed to using only those of us who never stray, then no human would ever be part of His plan. We all stray. You are made to move in grace, not to be held in place by your fear. You are guided by love and by a God who can redirect you as many times as needed. You are only to be willing to follow where He wants you to go. He will do the rest. Life is meant to be a glorious adventure, not a continual test in which one slip up means you fail. You're not made to walk a tightrope. You're made to dance. And it's not about getting all the right steps. Instead, it's about being close to your partner. If we could have coffee. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Dance, collective dance. Alright, use the red deck. I'm hearing overall tarot energy for today's spirit. We have justice, and we have a tower in reverse. So there's going to be, and we have a wheel. Good grief. Alright. The wheel's in reverse, and so is the tower. So there's something that we're not seeing correctly. That we have been, justice is a judgment, judgment is a card of making a judgment call, looking at a situation from every angle, picking it apart, and then deciding, or maybe just quickly deciding, you know what, this is either right or wrong. It's a very black and white card, like there's a right and there's a wrong, and they decide in judgment whether you're right or wrong. And so there's some situation in our lives where we're trying to decide, is this right or is this wrong? Like, is this really what would be best for me? Or would this be a bad idea? And you're going to have a tower. It's inevitable that you're going to have a tower. And that could just simply mean that you're going to realize something, and it's going to be something that's going to be life altering. Like, it's going to change the way you think, the way you are, the way you interact with others. It's going to change a lot about your life. And there's also a wheel. When this wheel and this tower come out together, this is out of your control. The wheel is out of your control. At this point, it is. Now, it's moving very slowly, and it's because God gives us grace when we make mistakes. Maybe what you're realizing is that you've made a mistake. And judgment is showing you this mistake. The tower. Right now you're still trying to figure it out, but you're gonna get there. And there's going to be a wheel, because of this is a karmically driven wheel. You reap what you've sown. So if you've sown good things, you're going to reap good things. But somehow or another, you're having to decide, is this right or wrong? And we're going to pull some cards on it to find out. This drawer keeps opening, so it's wanting me to pull something from it. Okay. I'm going to use Nyx. Nyx, may I access your wisdom, please, for the collective? The High Priestess of Fire and the High Priestess of Air. So we have fire and air showing up in the reading. We have fire and air showing up on the board as well. The wheel, I feel, represents everybody. But some people say it's Scorpio, Taurus, Leo, And, oh, what's the other one? I can never remember. Anyway, we're going to have choices because we are going to realize that we have power, that we are the Queen of Wands, the Queen of Fire, and we have choices. We're going to have confidence. And the High Priestess of Fire. Alright, one more time and then we'll move on, okay? Alright, Spirit, may I see how this happened, please? Somebody is in denial about understanding, and that's what judgment is about right here. You're trying to figure out what's right and what's wrong, if it's good or bad for you. And there is no such thing as good or bad. These are just words that I use because we understand them. But somebody is in denial about understanding, okay? Alright, what's being hidden? That somebody wants to be playful, and there's a cycle here. You've been in a cycle of being playful. Alright, what's being shown? That you're having a reminder of the fact that you're very new at this life. At this maybe spiritual, your spiritual life. You're a fledgling, you're a new recruit, you're a new convert or whatever, and you're being reminded of something. You're being reminded of a fledgling. We'll see what that means in a minute. Alright, and what's going to happen next? I want to see what these mean. What's going to happen next? Okay. Whoa, that's a lot of cards. I'm not taking them. That's too many cards. What's going to happen next? They came out again. Somebody's trapped. They need to focus. Sagittarius. They're a high priestess of earth, and they're loyal. Alright, remember we were trying to decide if something was for us or not for us, or if something was right or wrong. All the high priestess of water and the high priestess of earth came out. So you have two high priestesses here. And then you have strength on the bottom of the deck. This could be somebody new. You've been playing in secret, and it has something to do with cycles. Let's see what 37 means, cycles. The moon goes from new to full in cycles that repeat each month. Whatever you are planning to do or reveal by asking your question will be revisited in another circumstance. Be clear about your action. You will surely meet the experience again. Be clear about your action. You will surely meet the experience again. Remember, what goes around comes around, like the moon that revolves around the planet. The energy that you express in your next action will orbit around you. Make sure it's a good one. And this is talking about the Wheel of Fortune. And you've been playful. Let's see what that means. You've been playful. No matter what you're asking about, this is the time to have a sense of humor, smile, and go do something fun. Life has a way of answering all questions when you're not looking. Wouldn't it be better if you were enjoying your life rather than just sitting around waiting for what you want to happen? Don't take yourself so seriously. It's time to lighten up and be playful and know that this symbol appears in your life. And know when this symbol appears in your life, the fun is about to start. So you're about to start to have some fun secretly. And you're being reminded, number 28, it's what you're in denial about and what you're understanding. You've been in denial about something. We'll find out what. Number 28, you're being reminded. When I provide you with a familiar situation, will you follow the same path blindly or choose another direction? When you draw the symbol for reminder, you are being asked to remember all that you have learned about life and love up until now. Don't forget what you know already, as it isn't necessary to learn the same thing twice. Then again, how else will you learn? Keep the faith and be good to yourself. You can always start again if you make a mistake. If you stumble, I will surely catch you. Remember what you know. Remember what I just read you out of What's True About You, that you're free. You don't have to be afraid of making a mistake. And number 1 is fledgling. Let's see what fledgling is. The fledgling. This is a time for you to remember that you cannot know things until you experience them. Being in this evolving state means you may stumble a bit. Don't expect yourself to be perfect. Now is the time for being gentle with yourself as you step into your destiny to become a beautiful person you are meant to be. When the fledgling appears to you, it's a sign of new growth and wondrous new opportunities. Step forward with curiosity and a willingness to learn and discover. So this happened because you were in denial about understanding. Now let's see what understanding is, because we know what denial is. But what are you understanding? It is one thing to read something or to hear something, but it is another thing to truly understand something. You are being asked to keep an open mind and heart and to allow yourself to absorb information as you receive it. Be open to the wisdom that can come only with time, patience, and perspective. Try to get out of yourself and imagine what it is like to walk in someone else's shoes. To understand is to have power. So put yourself in someone else's shoes. And for some reason you've been in denial, consider the wait for your highest good. You are not meant to achieve what you want right now. Keep the faith, for if you wait and show patience, I will reveal some wondrous things later. This is a gentle warning not to get caught up in your desire to reach your goal too soon. You may choose sour fruit that only looks ripe and juicy. In this case, I alone know when the time is right, and you have to have patience, my child. So you need to be patient, and you need to try to understand how other people feel. But something has happened in your life where you may have hurt someone's feelings. They were just being playful, secretly. And they like to be playful. They do this all the time. This is something they do regularly in secret. And you're being reminded that you need to try new things. Right now you feel trapped, and it's time to focus, because you're the high priestess of earth and the high priestess of water, and you have loyalty. Okay, they don't have to have gender. They could be male or female. The high priestess of earth, number 3, says this. This is an earth sign. My vampire high priestess of earth symbolizes all things in the physical world, your body, the body of earth, and the things that surround yourself. Now is the time to eat well, get rest, and connect to the power of earth by walking barefoot. Be mindful, knowing you are a child of flesh and bone who came alive through the blending of earth's magic and your spirit. If your question is about a situation with a friend or a love interest, know that the High Priestess of Earth is asking you to wait until you see the tangible evidence of what you seek to understand. Remember, understanding about this relationship. Perhaps a first kiss or some shared activity will give you some more insight into your question. Stay grounded and wait and see. So you're being encouraged to wait and see how this relationship plays out. But you have to put yourself in their shoes and see this from their perspective in order to truly understand what you're dealing with here. And then the High Priestess of water is a transforming element that flows in rivers and makes waves in the vast ocean. It turns to hard, cold ice and disperses as hot steam. Water can change into snowflakes, white fluffy clouds, and rain. When you draw the symbol of water, it signifies a time when things in your life are changing shape right before your very eyes. Go with the flow, as these changes are powerful signs of wondrous experiences, lessons, and gifts. Even if you don't understand these changes and that changes at the moment, you will later. So this is all because of you not understanding fully what's coming into your life. And that's why judgment is here, because you're trying to judge this, but you can't judge this until you can understand the other person's perspective, okay? And you're being taught strength. You're being given strength. You have to focus. You're trapped. You're in a situation where you feel caged or trapped. Right now you feel like you're trapped. Do you sense that you cannot do what you really want to do because others have expectations of you that you may or may not be able to fulfill? Do you feel as if you will never get what you want or go where you want to go? Have patience, for truly you are in a temporary prison that exists in your mind. Your circumstances, no matter what they are, will change, and you will be free to experience the life that you wish to lead. In these times, dreaming is the best antidote. And of course, patience. Consider the story of the half-raven boy trapped in conflict until he finally follows his heart. Trust in me, for I will show you when the cage door is open so that you can fly free. But you have to focus. You can't just sit there and not do anything. There's a need for focus while you're in this cage. And focus says this: I give you an arrow and a bow to use. How will you shoot and hit your mark? This is a reminder that you must let go of all distractions and have the courage to give it your all. Your arrow will be drawn to whatever you focus on. So keep your eye on the target. However, remember that you cannot control every outcome. Just as the wind can influence the path of your arrow, there are many factors determining the course of your plans. To achieve anything, you must focus, take aim, and let go. And then you're going to have loyalty and strength. I don't think we need to read that, but we will. Why not? We already read everything else. Loyalty. these aren't people. These are probably characteristics of you. This earth and water, like I read you. Do you know the story of a beautiful vampire who saw the good in another and remained steadfast in her love against all odds? I'm gonna read that to you again. Do you know the story of a beautiful red vampire who saw the good in another and remained steadfast in her love against all odds? Loyalty is tested at times, and you may be asked to assess whether others deserve your loyalty. Sometimes you find yourself in a position where it's difficult to speak up for another person, a cause, or even for yourself. Now is the time to be faithful to your best qualities and to leave the rest behind. This is a true test of character. I know you will choose rightly. Stand up for what you believe and be loyal only to what is true and good. So that's what this is truly all about, is you understanding by putting yourself in somebody else's shoes and being loyal, or if there's someone in your life who's not loyal, it may be time to let that person go. And there's going to be a tower that's going to help you to make that decision. All right, now let's get Energy Oracle cards just to see what is going on. Angel of Love and take action. So there's a relationship that Spirit is saying, you know what? It's time for you to take action. It's time for you to stand up and speak your mind. Angel of Strength and Angel of Love. It's time for you to speak up. Alright, Spirit, what do you want to say to the collective out of this deck of cards? Thank you so very much. So, somebody's going to have to walk away to get victory. Let's see what we got here. We got the Angel of Balance finally in the upright. We've had her out of balance for how long now? This is taking time to put yourself in this other person's shoes is going to help you. And it's going to help you to see that walking away caused somebody to feel defeated. Number 27, letting go and moving on. This card shows someone walking away from an existing situation. She's closing the gate behind her and is walking away to a misty, unknown future. This card upright reveals that it could be time for you to make a similar decision. There may be something that you're finished with, perhaps a career goal, a relationship, or a long-term experience of any kind. The familiarity of situations may be enticing, but you're now ready to look to the options that on the open road ahead. In reality, an important new beginning is at hand. This card also indicates that now would be a good time to let go of any old habit, emotional patterns, or false beliefs. No matter how deeply ingrained a negative pattern may be, you now have the power to release it and move on to a freer, healthier way of thinking and relating to yourself and others. Whether it's in the inner or the outer world, this card is letting you know that you have the readiness and resources to walk away from the old and move towards the new. And then Victory, number 28, which is the very next card. Reversed. The Victory card reversed signals a delay or reversal in a hoped for outcome, whether it's a personal change or external achievement. Success may have been eluded for you for some time, but do not despair. You may need to restructure things, reevaluate, or release old specific outcomes and set your sights on another. Or set your sight, yeah, and set your sights on another. Whatever is going on externally, remember that the equanimity of peaceful surrender can often be your biggest victory of all. Okay, and so what I see here is I see that there may be somebody in your life that's not loyal to you, and by walking away from this person, it'll free you. This could be an old person in your life, somebody from your past that's no longer loyal to you, and you feel trapped with this person. You have somebody you're playful with. Show me how this happens. Don't lose hope. I'm living a double life, but I have a desire to win. Alright, what's being hidden? That I've moved on and you're worth waiting for. Even though you've moved on, I'm waiting. I'm not giving up. I'm going to be faithful. Even if against all odds, I'm going to be faithful. Alright, what's being shown? That somebody is overthinking and haunted. Why are they haunted? Something in their thoughts is haunting them. They're having late nights. They feel like it's not for you, but I love you. I made a mistake, but it was divinely guided. Alright, and what's going to happen next? You're going to come up with a strategy. Clarify what the strategy is. To trust the plan. You're going to trust God's plan. And why is the wheel on the bottom? Because right now you're escaping and you're arrogant. And you're on the verge of telling somebody how you feel. And it has something to do with your family. Alright, let's see what you might say to this person. If they could send a text message to this person that's stuck to the table. If you only knew how much I care about you. If they're on the verge, but they're arrogant and escaping, what would they say? I like it when you text me good morning. It's really late. Why aren't you here next to me? You are my impossible love. And the one that tried to get away is, I often wonder how you feel about me. So, you don't know how this person feels about you. It says right here that you moved on and left them, but they feel like you're worth waiting for. And they reread all of your text message and they want to text you so bad, but they don't want to look pressed. Somehow they've been made to feel like texting you too often is somehow not acceptable. Alright, Spirit, show me how this happens further. One day, someday, somewhere, but another time. So this wasn't meant to be for right now. You were hoping it was, but it just didn't happen. What was being kept secret at this time? That somebody did not want to see their part in all of this. They didn't want to, when they looked at you, they saw their self, and they didn't like seeing themselves. And I think that sometimes we get a mirror that is so cleaned that that person has done so much work that we see too much of the negativity. We see too much where we're lacking. But that book just explained to you that you're free. You have grace day by day to grow and to learn how to live, to learn how to love. Alright, what's being shown? Ooh, that flew out. But somebody's purifying. They're crying. They've been crying. because they've been avoiding a second chance. Somebody's been very upset because the other person is avoiding a second chance. And what might be the outcome here? This person's loyal. They're very loyal. They're beautiful, but they're drifting because there's tension and they don't want to deal with somebody who's uptight all the time. They are playful. They want to play with you. They want to have fun with you, but you have too much. You're too uptight. You have to relax if you want this person in your life. But I don't think you do. I just don't think you do. You want to be alone. You want to be alone, and so that's where Spirit's going to let you be. Alright, Spirit, what would you say out of this deck right here? How did this happen? Somebody was being patient and they were in denial. Remember denial? Alright, what was being hidden? That this is fate. And what was being shown? Having trouble. That there's interference. And what's going to happen next? There's going to be a friendship and trust, but time apart. It's a leap of faith because somebody is strictly sexual. You're going to have a friendship. That's what's going to happen. How's this friendship going to end out? It's going to be support. You're going to have a supportive friend. They may support you with your finances also. What else is going to happen here? There's going to be regret. Why is there going to be regret? Because somebody is awakening to the fact that they left you and you gave their life balance. You brought balance to their life. They're awakening to the fact that they left somebody who was very healthy, who was a supportive friend. Well, what are they going to do about this? What are they going to do about this supportive friend? Work on their finances. Alright, what else? There's chemistry here. And you're on different pages. Why are they on different pages? Because of passion. How does person A feel? They have an addiction. They know this is true love. They hope that you'll wait, and they know that you have children. Okay, how does person B feel? Person B feels rejected. And how else do they feel? How else do they feel? They feel like they've mastered a spiritual lesson. And what's going to be the outcome for person B? Whoa, that flew out. They're going to be longing and obsessed because of a marriage. And be released from a marriage that's strictly sexual. What will they be released from that? Strictly sexual came out. What's going to happen with strictly sexual? Spirit said this relationship is protected. Oh, here's another card. You're going to have a second chance where you were strictly sexual. God protected you so you could have a second chance and is wanting you to play hard. Time to be playful and stop being so serious. Alright, where's the collective here? Whoa. The collective is ascending. We're in our tribe and we're being guided. Where are we being guided? To use our creativity and to have a commitment. And where's our person? They're having fear and destruction. They're going through this tower moment. Clarify the tower, or they have fear of destruction. It's because they have a divine feminine and a soulmate. So somebody's going to have to get hurt. I'm going to put them back in different places. Who might they choose right now? Oh my God, they're going to make an offer. Clarify the offer. It's going to bring justice. What do you mean an offer to bring justice? They're going to return somewhere because they have pride and they're feeling the vibes. What does that mean? It means they're seeing signs that there's a dark night coming. And what might be the outcome of that? They're recognizing that somebody is going to be a victim. What do you mean they're a victim? It has to do with something in the spring. The divine masculine left them in the spring and caused them grief. He turned his back on them in the spring. And this is healing now. Alright, whatever is going on with the divine masculine and money. Oh, wow. Divine masculine, be careful, baby. Beauty's here, but there's going to be a conflict, okay? And you're going to have a windfall, and it has to do with real estate. What's going on with divine feminine and her money? She's in business. She works. She's working in business. She's working. And she's unlocking something in divine timing. Can you clarify what that might be? Spirit says, caution. You're going to the next level. Be careful of the past. You need to go to the next level. Clarify, be careful of the past. It has to do with something that you wrote. Having angelic help and a rebel. And being at a crossroads. And doing spell work. Anything else divine feminine needs to know. Somebody's got something going on with their health. That's why they're moving so slow, because there's science. They're probably having to take treatments or something. And there's justice. That's a motivation for this person to move. They're going to have good luck. Alright, so now we see what's going on here. Can I please have one of these that would give us encouragement for the journey today? One card, please. Thank you, Spirit. You're amazing. Queen of Hearts and Beautiful Bandit. And this drawer will not stay in. It keeps coming out. Queen of Hearts, number 32. Your heart has been chosen by the divine to be a temple for spiritual light, an inner place where grace and healing can dwell. This is very special. This is very special. A temple is kept clean and pure, scented with sacred perfumes of incense, made beautiful with our feelings of reverence and love for the Spirit, kept uncluttered and spacious, so that as much spiritual presence as possible can enter. When Spirit enters and fills the temple of the heart, things of extraordinary beauty take place. Even the apparently impossible becomes possible. Clear your heart with forgiveness, gratitude, and love for the Spirit, so it can feel its divine destiny of being a sacred channel for beautiful divine grace. And then in number 29, Beautiful Bandit, says this. You can choose right now to feel good about yourself. If you've been beating yourself up, stop it now. Don't let anyone else decide how you should feel about yourself. Taking responsibility for your actions means that when you've done something that you feel is wrong, you do something about it that's constructive and useful. Damning yourself with judgment or allowing another to steal your self esteem is neither of those things. The Divine Mother is telling you to forgive yourself and to use your energy now to live the best life that you can. It's time to take your life back. So you've done something that you feel bad about. Maybe that's why judgment's here. Maybe you're being judgmental of yourself and you're realizing, hey, you know what? All I have to do is be humble, apologize, and move on. This wheel, I don't know what it's going to represent. I never did pull tarot. Why is judgment here? Everything's coming out in reverse because somebody's independent. They're single. They take care of themselves. They don't need anybody's help taking care of themselves. And there's a knight that they wish would come towards them with an offer. And they know that this knight doesn't have much to offer. So this knight won't move towards them. Alright, why is the Tower here? Because this is about divine timing and being undecided. Somebody doesn't know what they want to do. What are they leaning towards? Whoa. They're leaning towards ghosting you. Because they want to eliminate somebody. Alright, and why is the wheel here? There's too many people and they want to eliminate somebody. They're going to ghost somebody, it looks like. Because of bickering and fighting and the Magician. Why is the Magician here? Because of the Sun and somebody not being so cold-hearted. So the wheel is because of bickering and fighting. You've manifested happiness in somebody who was cold-hearted to not be cold-hearted. How are they going to not be cold-hearted? Spirit said, you're the High Priestess and you already know how. And you know they're spying on you and you're fighting for love. You're setting boundaries and fighting for love. You are going to not bicker and fight, and if they are bickering and fighting, you are manifesting their happiness because you know they're watching you and they know your dreams have not come true. How do they feel about this person's dreams not coming true? They feel like they've made them wait a long time, and that's why they're having this Tower moment. The Tower is them realizing that they made this person wait. And this was a loyal person who cared about them and was even sexually pure, waiting for them. And still is. They're keeping themselves pure until this person can move towards them. Does this person want them to move towards them? They're soul searching. There's Queen of Swords in reverse. What a catch. The Fool in reverse. Somebody got ripped apart and they had unconditional love. So they're soul searching about how they chose somebody. My earbuds are making a funny noise. They're soul searching about how they chose somebody who they thought was a good catch. And they refused to take a risk. Actually, I think that they had two people. One that they've known from the past that's in reverse. They really didn't want them to choose them, but they chose them. And then they had this other person that was a catch that was like a good-hearted woman. A loving, caring person. And they wouldn't take a risk on this person. So this person got ripped apart and they loved you unconditionally, or you loved them unconditionally and got ripped apart. You got ripped a new ass, basically. Alright. So anything else we need to know? Something's going to end because it's time. Something's ending because it's time for it to end. And what's going to begin? Somebody's got internal conflict. They're mirroring. They're going to clean up karma when it comes to a third party. But this person that they're trying to clean up the karma with is very controlling. Very controlling. They're having a hard time ending an old relationship because the person is very controlling. They play guilt trips and play games. The angels are working in this person's thought and in their vision. So they're helping them to see things. That was one of the songs that came through, Seeing Things by the Black Crows. Seeing things for the first time. They're realizing things about this person they never saw before. You need healing, and Spirit says you're going to have a guardian angel. Anything else? You're going to be given power and mercy. For what? You're going to feel the vibes of a relationship. You're going to surrender to this divine plan and have harmony and unity. I can't say it any better than that. I mean, that is what it is. Alright. MOJNWBX4. U4VPKPRN. VRFMMRC12. 7 GVKKMFE. Oh my God. VVMARFH. Alright, man, I have a train exposed for this reading. I have the engagement ring again. Congratulations on that. The tree of life, a star, a butterfly, an infinity sign that says love, a heart that says love, a skeleton key, and you versus you. Because one of you does need to do some more work in order for this relationship to come together. What we can do inside of here? A ton. I will hold you in my heart until I hold you in heaven. I have my bear, a skeleton key, a fancy heart, black tourmaline, a compass, a crescent moon with a fairy, an angel watching over children on a broken bridge, a feather, a tramp stamp, an Eiffel Tower, cherries, a rocking horse for a baby, a money sign, and 2 infinity signs. Alright, collective, I gotta get to work. I love you. I hope you enjoyed the reading. Please let me know by liking it. And make sure you're subscribed to the channel so you'll get updates. Every now and then it's good to unsubscribe and resubscribe again, just to make sure you're getting updates of all my videos when I post them. And also, if you'll have the courage, share. Even if it's by word of mouth, if you know somebody who is into spiritual things, share this channel with them to help me to grow the channel. I love you guys, and I hope you have a blessed Monday. Bye-bye.